Hello.
Hello guys, so I'm just going to make a video to summarize my trip because I didn't get to film as much as I'd hoped I would. I filmed a bit in my local city airport. Not interesting videos, but video. And Vancouver airport, and then a lot on my plane ride because I was so freaking bored. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so first I went from my airport to the Vancouver airport, which was like an hour flight. I had a really nice chick I could talk to the whole time. She was really awesome, and we had, fabulous time. It went really fast, even though I'm like kind of scared of planes. It's mostly the takeoff and the landing. But the whole time I was so busy yattering that I had no idea. So it was perfect. And yeah, I'll show you a quick scene of exciting part. Alright, I made it. Time to wait for my plane. Yay. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so nervous. All by myself flying. I've never flown all by myself, so just a little bit terrified, you know? So far, so good though. Oh, there's a flight that looks like mine though. I don't think it is because it's not the right time. It's like the same place. I'm sitting there's like a piece of hair in my way. So yeah, trying not to feel nervous. Also trying to find something to do. Because I'm trying not to like read my book or like, you know, do any of the things that I want to do with flight to Japan. Because like, you know, that's going to be a long flight. This is just to Vancouver. So it's like an hour flight. I just have to wait an hour and a half more. I don't want to get on this flight. But I feel a little better videoing, I guess. Talking it out. Relaxing a little bit. I'm gonna chew like all my nails. Oh well. Still waiting. That's how exciting my airport is. So yeah, the flight to Vancouver was much more interesting. And then Vancouver airport always blows my mind because it's so big. But luckily it was fairly straightforward. My ticket didn't have my gate on it, which was weird. So I had to go run around, find the flight charts and figure out my gate from there. And then I waddled over there. And it's such a long walk. It took me 10 minutes to walk to my gate. Like, holy crap. And most of that was just hallways and hallways of construction. Hallways of it. Oh my gosh. If you guys are wondering what that sound is, it's mostly the wind. I think it's a plane though. But it's like really, really windy here. If I can, I will show you a clip. And yeah, it's crazy. This is like, wow, yeah. I got off at one stop and it like nearly was blown away. So let me think. Vancouver airport. Oh yeah, so Vancouver airport, very nice. I'll show you a video. And typically, when I sat down to eat my lunch, I went for sushi because I'm just going to Japan, so I'm going to be having lots of it. Lastly, I just sat and played on the internet. Yep, very exciting. And yeah, that's pretty much my Vancouver place. And then I got onto the plane to go to Japan. Whoop-ga-yay. And on the plane, I sat right next to a lady who was from my town, which is hilarious. Like, I don't know how that worked out. But it was perfect because pretty much the whole flight was Japanese. like everyone was speaking Japanese. All the flight information was in Japanese. The seats were made for Japanese people, so they were incredibly tiny. Like, you know, a normal seat is, like, you know, enough for your butt. This one's like, okay, just gotta squish my butt in here if it fits. It's like, it's so small. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. I did a lot of walking on the plane, and time the seatbelt thing went off, it's like, okay, excuse me, everybody, I'm just going to go, and I'm going to stand, and I am going to enjoy myself. Because it hurts. And, but there's so many seats, like, there's just rows and rows and rows. There's first class, second class, third class, like, you know, all the classes, and each of them have, like, 2 rows, then a little tiny space, then 3 rows, then a little tiny space, then 2 rows. It's like, so many seats. But at the same time, it's so packed full because it's so tiny, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. But, the whole Japanese barrier thing, there's, like, become paired to me on that flight, and I was like, ooh, oh dear. And it wasn't really till I landed in Tokyo things get interesting. Oh, see some more clips of my flight. Very beautiful sunset, and this scene here, possibly Fiji or Fuji. It was like right beside Tokyo, like when we were flying, and it was like, so I'm pretty sure that's the one. If it's not, you can correct me. So in Tokyo, I had to go go through customs and get my baggage. And customs wasn't too bad. They were wondering exactly where I was going to be staying, and I'm like, I don't know. Just getting off of Kanazawa, and I'm getting picked up and taken to my place, which I don't know where it is. So that was a little difficult, but I just got my bags now. They look like they've been ransacked, but everything's in good shape. The only thing I think that really suffered was like one of the little chocolates I brought. It has like a massive smash in it, and also my Bible had like its pages crumpled, which made me sad. So scary something. So yeah, I got my bags, which was pretty easy. I mean, I have really big bags. I'll show you. See if you can see. It's like a big honkin' suitcase. It's way too big, I realize, because lugging that thing around was like lugging an elephant. It was really annoying and pesky, and I highly suggest you don't bring one. However, it should fit all my souvenirs, so worth it. So I had to get my bags, and then I had to get my limousine bus ticket. And it's fairly straightforward in Hanada. Like, after you get out of bags, the arrival thingy shows you the way out. You follow the signs, and they have English, so it's really easy. And then I thought I had to go to like the automatic system thingy where you go to like the screens and press all the buttons, but no, you actually go to the counter where they speak English, and it's really nice. And yeah, you just tell them where you want to go, and they will give you your special little ticket. And it cost me like $12 for an hour ride, so that's not too bad. It's not too bad. And then I went outside, and they have a waiting room for you. So, because I was sitting on the side of the road waiting for my bus, and the lady's like, you need to go to the waiting room. So, yeah, I sat in there, and I think after Haneda Airport, I didn't see really any foreigners. I think I saw in total 4. Yeah. So far in Kanazawa, I haven't seen one. Not even one. Not even my uncle yet, so. Yeah. But yeah, in Tokyo, it was kind of surprising, because like, I'm so used to Canada where you see like people of every nationality, but here it's just like, nope, nothing. So it's different. It's something to get used to. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, so I got my bus ticket, and while I was waiting for the bus, so proud of myself, I went and I used my very first vending machine to get myself some water. And the vending machines are really straightforward. I only had though like I lost my trail of thought. So vending machines there are fairly easy. I mean, I had 1,000 yen, so I popped it in and it gave me all my change. I don't know actually, I got a whole whack of coins, and I haven't actually had time to look at them yet. Hopefully I got all my change back. And yeah, and I bought myself some water, which is a little more expensive than I want to, but it blows my mind because there was like 6 different types of water you could buy, and I'm like, why do I need so many choices? I'm just wondering. So I bought the cheapest that looked the biggest. That's my logical think of it. It's like, well, let's try to get myself a good deal. Tasted like water, so I don't know what the deal is. But it was a cool machine. Although I honestly didn't figure it out on my own. I sat and waited until someone went and used it, and I watched them, and I did it. Oh my gosh. So then I caught my limousine bus, which was fairly straightforward. The people speak English and Haneda Airport, so it's pretty simple. And the buses all have the English along with the Japanese, so it's pretty simple with the limousine bus. And yeah, I just went until I got to the Shinjuku Washington Hotel, I think they call it. And yeah, I watched a video beforehand, so I knew exactly what sign I was looking for and like the building, so that made it way easier to find, just saying. And so got there, and I was very early for my bus, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get my bus ticket and then go find my bus stop, and I'll wait there. I was supposed to go into the hotel and get my ticket there, but I couldn't find the front counter to the hotel. I don't know. In the end, I did find like 3 front counters. I found an information desk, which the guy just was like, eh. I went up to like the 4th floor, and I found another guy who's like, eh. And then I went to another building altogether, which was apparently connected to this building. They're like, what? So in the end, the way I found this building, after an hour and a half of searching, by the way, I went outside to the bus people, And I had like, I'm so glad, I printed off a whole whack, my uncle had me print off a whole whack of papers explaining like about where I was going, and it's all in Japanese, so it's really nice for them. And so I ran over to someone and I'm like, okay, I don't speak Japanese very well, put it up there. It was great. I had like 4 or 5 Japanese people all surrounding me, like all with varying degrees of English, and so they were all trying to like collaborate on how to get me to my bus, and like at the same time figure out how to communicate with me, which was both amusing and very, very awesome. But I did find my bus. It turned out the desk that I was supposed to go to wasn't even open yet, so that's why I couldn't find it. I went there. Ladies were pretty nice, pretty easy, gave me a map and everything. But I mean, I didn't really need it. It was really easy to find. But yeah, and then I seem to be like the what's the word? Peculiarity? Wow, can't even speak English. I seem to be the weirdo. Let's go with weirdo, because right away they put me like separate from everyone else. As they were trying to find out what to do with me, all babbling in Japanese. I love how like the Japanese people are always talking about she doesn't speak Japanese, or she doesn't understand it. And I'm like, well, it's true, my Japanese does suck. However, I do understand the gist of what you're saying, so I'm just gonna quietly listen to all your conversations now, as creepy as that sounds. But yeah, after a while I got on my bus. And it was like a midnight bus. It starts at midnight and it goes all night long. I didn't get to talk about Tokyo quickly. Tokyo, very beautiful. I love it. It's so... It looks so, like, everything looks modern. It's beautiful and shiny. Oh, so shiny. The buildings are huge and gorgeous. Like, I wish I had videoed them because they're, wow. When I go back, I'm going to do so much videoing. There's also some weird birds that I don't know what they were. And sakura. I saw some sakura. Sakura. And then I got on the bus. It was all night long. And the bus is like a regular kind of like, I guess in Canada it would be the Greyhound. But it had, like, all windows were covered, like, with a thick blanket thing. So it was pitch black inside there, and it's basically just telling you to go to sleep. So that's pretty much what I did. I slept for, like, a half hour or so, and I woke up and I was awake for a few minutes, and then I went back to sleep. It was incredibly uncomfortable, because once again, it was way too small for my butt, so couldn't really fit in it properly. And I was, like, awkwardly hanging my neck against the window, or, like, on the front seat, or, like, it was awkward. I'd highly suggest you don't sleep like that. But I managed, and I survived. Finally, I arrived. Although, I nearly got off on the wrong stop. I got off, and the guy was like, oh, no, 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 and he was trying to speak to me in Japanese, because his English was too bad, and I didn't know what he was saying. Luckily, I had a girl who could speak English and Japanese, and she helped me translate that it was my wrong stop, and I had to get back on the bus for another 2 hours. Ugh. And then finally, I arrived here. I arrived to the Kanazawa station, and I forgot that I had dyed my hair black, and so my aunt had a lot of trouble finding me. And yeah, we drove to her house. And it's gorgeous. I don't know how much I'm allowed to show you right away, but I will give you a quick tour of this room. I have the western style bed and a little lamp and stuff. It'll go one of those square lampy things on the roof. That's so cool. And kind of the rice paper windows, which kind of scare me because of all the wind going on. And okay, these doors. Oh, they're so pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I fangirled a tiny bit when I saw them. This camera zooms in way too much. Is there like any zoom out button? No? Okay. But yeah, they're the slidey doors. Not even joking. I got one of those tiny little desks, suitcase and crap everywhere, because that's where it goes. Got a little heater, and oh, the floors are the tatami mats. So nerd time. So yeah, that's my experience with Japan so far. I will probably be making lots of videos because I have lots to talk about. Like, I want to talk more about the vending machines and the weird toilets. Oh my gosh. Like, I had been preparing for these toilets for so long, and yet when they approached me, I'm like, I don't know how to deal with you. Too many buttons. Oh my gosh. So fun, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil that because I'll probably make another video. But anyway, to all my friends and family, I miss you. And I'm having a fabulous time, so bye.